This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in California. I am here with HomeZada. Since 2011, this digital hub provides all the important information about your largest financial asset, your home. A personal finance solution that basically manages the entire homeowner life cycle. I am joined here with Elizabeth Dodson, who is the co-founder. Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Gary. I appreciate it.
We're going to start off a little bit about yourself. You were formerly educated with an MBA with honors at Loyola University. You are a focused technology entrepreneur with skills in business development, sales, marketing, and finance. You have over 2 decades of management of revenue-producing partners. Share with us the story of how HomeZada came about.
Absolutely. So once again, thank you. I feel blessed with this wonderful introduction you gave me. One of the things that I did as part of my career is I always managed our partners at previous companies. And one of those particular companies was a software company that specifically focused on commercial construction project management. Bit of a mouthful, but if you think about the large buildings and what they needed to be erected through software, it's very complicated. But so are our homes. And so one of the things I realized was while I was at that company managing these salespeople for commercial construction software was how come we don't have something similar to manage our homes? I have all my own challenges, very similar to what a commercial construction project will go through, meaning I had to manage other aspects of my home that are very challenging, and yet I didn't have a centralized system to manage it all. And it was really frustrating for me because I started realizing I was losing money. I couldn't figure out how to maintain equipment without it breaking too soon. A lot of different areas of my life were centered around my home, but I didn't have the right systems to manage it.
Interesting. That is a great story. Prevention is the key, obviously. If you open a glove box on any car, chances are you're going to find service receipts, maintenance logs, maybe even a Carfax report of the history of that car. Yet the largest asset most of us have is our home. Had the home lifestyle documentation kind of been neglected before you came along?
It has been. And for many people out there who are homeowners, and maybe yourself and others can attest to this, they generally either weren't, one, doing anything to manage their home. 2, they were having it scattered in paper all throughout their home. I think I have my paper in 10 different locations in my home, which just makes things challenging. And then 3, they were doing everything digitally, but it was on multiple different apps or different areas within their digital stratosphere, whether it was on the cloud, whether it was on their computer, what have you. Or the final one is they may be doing a combination of paper and different apps and digital, and none of it talked to each other. And that's really challenging because all the areas that we manage within HomeZada about the home are all interconnected, and that's really important.
Interesting. You've got a suite of apps all within one. When you want the information, we want it now. We now live in a digital world where we manage our health, our businesses, our social life, all online from a variety of devices. Where and when can we now manage our home? And is that available pretty much 24/7?
Yes, and that's HomeZada.com. So one of the things that you can do is either manage it on your laptops and your other type of computers, or you can manage it with the app, or both. And what we find is that our customers who use HomeZada actually use all devices, and they do them interchangeably, which is really important. They may use some functionality when they're out and about looking for, items for projects. They want to make sure that they log that information in, or they're at home and they can sit in front of their computer and just log in different data points to get an update of either what's going on in their home or to make sure that they're connected to all the things that are in their home.
So no matter where you are, the palm, at home, later on in the day, you can definitely tap into that. This information is available to us and those that we choose anytime, anywhere. This is personal information. Is it safe? Is it secure? Is there state-of-the-art security in place? And is my data backed up?
So yes, That's very, very important to us. So think about the contents of a home. So once again, HomeZada allows you to track a lot of different areas of the home, specifically a home inventory, home maintenance, home projects, and home finances. Well, think about an inventory of a home. It's all the contents and the structure of the home that a homeowner has. It's very individual. It's very unique. But the contents of most people's home is very similar to that of a bank account. Those contents may actually be worth more than what's in a bank account. So we need to make sure we are protecting that information as well as we can. And so we have many different layers and levels of security. And we do also work with large organizations like large insurance companies and finance companies, which also have levels of security that we have to meet as well. But we want to make sure that data that belongs to the homeowner is connected and it is their data. So we do not sell that data. We do not distribute that data. Our homeowner customers can share their data with the appropriate organizations or individuals that they need to for whatever reason they may need, and they can do it as in their control. And we have various ways that they can do that as well. It's very exciting, but we want to protect that data because it's very, very private and very important to the homeowner individually.
So safe and secure is obviously job number one there. We can see how this hub provides a user-friendly experience. Let's discuss what it keeps track of. Let's start off first of all, a requirement of every homeowner is maintenance. Is it beneficial to keep track, and how does HomeZada do it?
Yeah, so keeping track of home maintenance is critical. So most people think that they're going to keep it in their brain, they're going to keep it on a spreadsheet, what have you. But home maintenance in HomeZada is slightly different. The first thing that we do is we identify where you live, the type of home you have, whether it's a condo, single family, etc., whether you live in snow areas or non-snow areas, and then we will pre-populate your calendar with the common home maintenance tasks that everyone needs to do in the United States. That's the first thing. And there's approximately 30 to 40 of those that we pre-populate. The second thing that we do is we have a library of maintenance tasks, approximately 150 that you can search through and add to your calendar if you want to add that. And then finally, any homeowner can personalize all of their different maintenance tasks that maybe we didn't come up with, or they decided they wanted to add because it was something that they invested in that may not be common to every home. And then with that, HomeZada will remind our homeowner customers of all of the different tasks and when they are coming due. So you will get those reminders every month, every week, whatever you like to set up that schedule, we will send it to you. So you no longer have to keep it in your brain. You can actually use a system to do that.
That's fantastic. I mean, having a preventative maintenance schedule with reoccurring tasks not only avoids early replacement costs, but it can actually improve the value of your home. I mean, you're keeping your home safe. This is truly a new level of control for most homeowners, would you say?
Yes. Yes. I mean, think about, you said early replacement costs. Think about if you care for certain equipment in your home, you can actually extend the life of that equipment as well. So that's also affecting not only the home itself, keeping it safe, healthy, and efficient, but also affecting your pocketbook as well.
Wow, that is great. We have all the maintenance. Most people have maintenance on their homes all the times. Many of us have improvement projects that are ongoing, be it remodeling or landscaping. How can HomeZada help in that area as well?
That's one of our forte. So remember I told you earlier, we came from commercial construction project management software. So we understand the construction process and we understand the project management process. Two things that the average homeowner doesn't always have experience in. So one of the things that we wanted to do is make sure that we can help those homeowners avoid any overages of their projects, which most are, and then help them walk through the process along with their contractor, because sometimes when you rely too heavily on a contractor, steps may get skipped. So it's really important that we educate the homeowners on this, and we do that by providing our homeowners templates with the action items and the items that they need to consider for all of these projects. Therefore, they can set up a budget and they can review whether they want certain products in that budget, and then they can manage to it ongoing, which is really important because oftentimes when we want a project done, We have champagne taste, and yet our budget is not quite there. So our system and our templates allow our homeowner customers the ability to actually modify their spending, meaning maybe they want one item, but maybe they can afford to back off on a different cost on a different item because really it didn't matter to them. So they have the ability to make better decisions in managing their projects with the templates that we have in HomeZada.
Your unique background made much of this possible as you bring it into the homeowners now. I mean, not only are we in control of the house, but also what is in the house. Why was inventory important to include on that dashboard?
So inventory is important because if you think about inventory consists of two different components the way we see it. It consists of your personal possessions or things that will eventually go into a moving truck when you're ready to move. The second component is whatever is the fixed assets. So equipment, appliances, etc., that will not leave that house. But those equipment and appliances require maintenance. So it's connected to maintenance. Those appliances and systems may get remodeled. And when you do finish that remodel, how can you automatically update your home inventory with the new components? HomeZada allows for all that, which is a full life cycle of a home. And the average homeowner will make replacements to their home probably every 15 to 20 years.
That is great. I mean, with reminders and notifications for maintenance, budgets, schedules for projects, it helps us today manage with ease. What about the future? Should we sell our home? Should we not? Are changing home values? Are there various financial metrics that are built into the program as well?
Yes, there are. So remember, you said it earlier, our homes are one of our largest assets. And in fact, most people who own a home are 40 times wealthier than those people who don't. So obviously we want to help people when they can get in a home, maintain that home. But also they're our largest expense. In a consumer expenditures report, we spend approximately 33% of our annual income on our homes. So that's a lot of money. So you want to make sure that you can manage all of that. So with that said, inside HomeZada, we have a financial app or component to our system, and it takes into consideration the value of your house, what you can expect over a 3-year period of time, whether you are going to pay your mortgage off, how long it's going to take you to do that, and you can play around with the mortgages in the system as well. You will also track your insurances. It's really important to understand what you're covered under your insurance, and as you continue to buy things for your home, you also want to make sure the home is covered, the contents are covered in your insurance, so you get to discuss that with your insurance provider. But also, we've seen this recently, is the rebuild process or the rebuild cost also covered in your insurance, because replacement costs have gone up. So that's also really important. And then obviously understanding how much your house costs annually. And we have some capabilities of pre-populating information from our algorithms that actually take your annual cost to manage your home. But also, if you want to link it directly with your banks, you can do that safely and securely within our system. So you get real-time, accurate information of exactly what your house cost. And that's really important for people who need to manage their finances.
Power packed, right at your fingertips, able to access a lot of moving pieces, but you have really simplified it and streamlined it for the end user. Building a digital home profile can help in the future when you want to sell your home by allowing you to publish a ZADA file. Explain to us, what is a ZADA file?
Yeah. So one of the things that we realized was all of this data about a home can become vital or important when you're trying to sell a home. It helps you differentiate your home from others in the marketplace. So if you have a maintenance schedule that you've committed to, you can share that in a public site. If you've got additional photographs that you want to share, you can also share that on a public site. The additional thing is that if you're working with a real estate agent, the real estate agent of your choice will be mentioned there, and they will get all the leads that come in for people who are interested in your home, and it will go directly to them so that there's no confusion. And then one of the things that is important is Our ZADA file allows for unlimited photos. If you have 2,000 photos, not that I would recommend that, to share online about your house to differentiate it, you can do that. Whereas other sites only limit you to about approximately 30 photos, and yet people are trying to buy a home, their largest purchase, with 30 photos. HomeZada can extend that for someone, and many people may want to buy homes online. Make it simple.
Wow. I mean, you're providing a clear picture of what someone is buying. I mean, this is so much more than an online brochure of your home. You're talking about inspection reports, owner's manual, you name it, whatever you want to put in there. Whether you sell on your own or if you use an agent, this is a powerful marketing tool. I mean, this definitely has to set their home apart when people are taking a look and they're worried about what they're buying.
Yeah, and the other thing to keep in mind is, remember how we were talking about this ZADA file and we can get all this information. One of the things within HomeZada, which is important when someone eventually does buy your house, is we can strip apart that ZADA file and give it to the new homeowner so they have the new maintenance calendar, the projects that you've done, all the fixed assets of the inventory, and then you get to keep all your personal possessions in your own HomeZada account. And then that way, when you move into your new home, that process of setting up an inventory has sped up as well because you've already got your personal possessions.
Wow, what a clear picture. You're talking about the whole life cycle of a home. Obviously, there's many benefits for the homeowner, especially those or even those with multiple homes. What about for the professionals who service homeowners? How can they benefit from your app as well?
Oh, yeah. So we have a whole section. It's called HomeZada Professional. And what we do is we realized that we needed to build this earlier than we anticipated because a lot of professionals in the industries of mortgage, finance, real estate, insurance, property management, a little boutique industry like professional organizing and home inventory professionals, they all realized they needed a tool like HomeZada. And they can use HomeZada to manage as many properties as they want, and they would use HomeZada Professional with one login, one password, all secure. They can then share those properties with specific customers that will only see their property, so they can manage it together if they need to. Think a maintenance contractor. Or they can transfer those properties to their customers, think real estate agent, as a closing gift, and that real estate agent's brand is now in the system so the homeowner remembers that real estate agent and then now can make recommendations to their community, but also can stay in touch with that agent and remember them when they're ready to sell their next home.
I mean, you have subscription plans that meet most people's needs out there, be it one house or more, but is getting started risk free. How do homeowners begin?
Yeah, so the easiest thing for people to do is if they want to get in risk free, they can sign up for HomeZada on the Essentials package, and that is a free version of HomeZada, and it involves primarily all the inventory. So think about going around and taking a home inventory. You can do it simply by using the app and the photographs. You can do it by using videos. You can also add other documents, data, information about your home. You can also track all of your contacts in that version as well. So a good example is I recently had some damage because we had some storms out here, and I needed to talk to the neighbor who has an empty lot next to my house whose tree fell on my fence. So I literally had my HOA company inside my HomeZada, and I called the HOA company, called them up, and literally they got in touch with the neighbor. So we're taking care of it. Really simple. So all of this information is easy. It's simple to track in the system. And at the same time, let's face it, this is part of our give back to the community, because when people are faced with natural disasters, the last thing they need to think about is, why do I have to pay for a system to take a home inventory? They should be able to do that quickly and easily, and they can do that with HomeZada.
We we have all heard the phrase, if these walls could talk. Basically, well, now they kind of can. You help people save money, improve value, get organized with an all-in-one suite of apps. Does this continue to be rewarding for you? And are you happy with the feedback people have provided to you?
It does become rewarding for me. I mean, think about helping people manage their largest asset, and then helping people get into that asset. Some people don't even know how to get into it, but with a tool like HomeZada, they can stay connected to their budgets. And then once people are in their property, and think of a first-time homeowner, they don't realize that they need to take care of maintenance. And when you take care of maintenance, and I said it earlier, you really are protecting the safety of your home, the health of your family, because changing air filters is a necessity. It is a necessity. And then you're also protecting your finances because you are managing things a bit more efficiently. And that is exciting for us. I love what our customers appreciate. And the number one thing our customers always say is that the all-in-one solution is the best thing ever. They may get started in one area of HomeZada, but they then extend to other areas. And for them, that was the most important thing, is that it is an all-in-one solution.
That is excellent. We are honored to tell the story, go in deep, and hear about this program that you put together. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you can learn more about the aspects of this suite of apps, all within the HomeZada app. Learn how it works, not only for the homeowner, but also for professionals out there who serve the homeowner as well. Check out their testimonials. They have an FAQ page answering all your questions, an online chat. You can even follow them on Facebook. They're going to give you some tips and also let you know how professionals and homeowners are using this product out there that is kind of changing the way we take a look at our home. Basically, that is once again HomeZada, a personal finance solution that manages the entire homeowner life cycle. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.